In the heart of Paris, where cobblestones whispered centuries of secrets and the Seine carried dreams beneath its silver skin, there lived a man named Étienne Moreau, billionaire, reclusive tech visionary, and heir to an empire built on algorithms and silence. But for 3 months, Étienne wasn't Étienne. He was Monsieur Léon, a quiet, gray-bearded beggar who sat near the corner of Rue des Rosiers, wrapped in a threadbare coat 2 sizes too large, eyes downcast, hands folded over a dented tin cup. No one knew why he'd vanished from boardrooms and headlines. Only his most trusted aide knew the truth. Étienne had grown weary of sycophants, lovers who quoted his net worth like poetry, and friends who only called when markets dipped. He wanted to know, truly know, if anyone could love a man with nothing. And so he disappeared into invisibility. Day after day, people hurried past him, designer heels clicking, briefcases swinging, eyes locked on phones or distant ambitions. But every afternoon at 4:15 p.m., just as the patisserie next door began boxing up unsold pastries, she appeared. Clara Dubois, 28, flour-dusted and warm-eyed, worked the counter at La Douce Étoile. She never spoke much, just a soft "Bonjour, Monsieur Léon," before placing a still-warm croissant or a slice of tarte tatin in her lap. Sometimes, on rainy days, she'd bring a paper cup of hot chocolate. Once, when frost lined the streets, she left a knitted scarf, deep blue, slightly lopsided, on the bench beside him. "You look cold," she'd murmured, not waiting for thanks. Étienne watched her, not with desire at first, but wonder. She gave without expectation, never asked his story, never looked at him with pity or disgust, just quiet humanity. And slowly, impossibly, he began to hope. One bitter December evening, as snow dusted the rooftops like powdered sugar, Clara found him shivering more than usual. Without hesitation, she knelt, pressed a brioche filled with almond cream in his hands, and said, "You matter, you know, even if no one else sees it." That night, Étienne made his decision. The next morning, the beggar was gone. A week later, a sleek black car pulled up to La Douce Étoile. Out stepped Étienne Moreau in a tailored charcoal overcoat, hair trimmed, eyes clear and steady. The neighborhood buzzed. Reporters gathered. Rumors flew. He's buying the block. He's opening a luxury hotel. He's suing someone. But Étienne walked straight into the patisserie. Clara, elbow deep in pastry dough, looked up and froze. Recognition flickered, then confusion, then fear. Had she offended him? Was this a confrontation? He approached the counter, removed his gloves, and placed a single perfect pain au chocolat on the marble surface, the same kind she'd given him weeks before. "I owe you an apology," he said, voice low but sure, "and 1,000 thank yous." He told her everything, the disguise, the experiment, the loneliness that wealth couldn't fill. He thought he was testing the world, but really he was searching for someone like you. Clara listened, silent, flour still on her cheek. When he finished, she wiped her hands slowly and said, "So, all those days you weren't poor?" He said, "No, but I was empty until you fed me more than bread." She studied him, not his coat, not his watch, but his eyes, the same tired, gentle eyes she's seen on the street corner. "And now?" she asked. "Now I'm full, if you'll have me, not as Étienne Moreau, billionaire, but as the man who learned kindness from a baker." 3 months later, they married in a small chapel outside Lyon. No press, no guests from Forbes lists, just Clara in a simple ivory dress, Étienne in a navy suit, and a reception table piled high with pastries, every one baked by her hands. And on their wedding night, he gave her a single key. "To what?" she asked. "To everything," he smiled, "but especially to my heart, which you already owned long before I remembered I had one." From then on, La Douce Étoile expanded, not into a chain, but into a foundation, feeding the hungry, training overlooked talent, and always, always leaving a warm pastry on the bench outside for anyone who needed to feel seen. Because sometimes the richest truths are wrapped in the humblest crusts.